and
Give
see,
me a fucking phone.
they only had one phone that was a newer phone, and they wouldn't let me buy it right out because they said they could let someone else have it for a better. I don't know what the deal was, so I'm pretty sure I added another line.
Yeah.
Uh, it's
So
I hate.
you got another iPhone?
Yeah, I think it's the 14 because he said they
Yeah,
did. I'd
that's what
had
I
to
got.
wait a week or something.
Well,
But
dude,
man, it's
I've
awesome the
seen
camera. Well,
that
and they said
damn.
the charger changed, and I don't think I'd like that. Of course, I used the
Well, it went to
cordless.
USB-C, which is
Oh
actually
well, that would be
industry
better.
standard.
This guy doesn't ever stop making up stories. So now we're to believe that he doesn't even know what kind of phone he got and don't know if he added a line or not, and it's got some kind of new charger when everybody listening to this video knows those have been USB-C for the last 5 models. Dude, you got to stop this, man. You can't tell these kind of fucking fibs, dude. Too many people know better. Stop.
Shit. Well, just because I've listened to a few minutes of fucking AD and PBR and all of their bullshit, and I
All right.
haven't even watched any of their bullshit today. All right. So this dealership that he's talking about, this what was that one motorsports thing that they're saying the guy's name is Josh Price or something,
Yeah,
the
and
guy that owns
that
it?
is true. I did look into that. Yeah, that's Mountain Motorsports. I don't know anything
That's
about
Mountain
Mountain.
Motorsports. You
Yeah,
don't have
yeah.
anything to do with them. Never
Never
have,
even been in the
never.
store. Never. We
Okay.
have a. They advertise down here at the park. We've got a big sign up for them. The
Okay.
old man knows them. My wife is pretty familiar with them. A bunch of their
Okay. So
riders.
the two stores that you're involved with, I mean, do you mind saying the names of them or
So let's I thought it'd be, I think at this point it's suitable to. Now we know the story Nasty Habits told us that Greenville Honda was bought out by Mountain Motorsports just a few days ago. They changed the signs and everything and got all new people so they wouldn't know him now. His exact words, what he said, NuCuck, trying to defend your new girlfriend. What kind of a weirdo calls some dude he doesn't know simply because he said something negative about me and ends up on the phone with him curling his hair for 2 hours? Like some dude with a crush on an Instagram girl. You're a weird dude. You're one weird puppy. You are in no position to be talking about me. I got a wife, NuCuck. I have a wife. I don't have to call strange dudes and talk to them on the phone for 2 hours.
Thank you for calling Mountain Motorsports of Greenville. Press 1 for sales, 2 for parts, press 3 for service, or press 0 to reach.
Man, their recording's messed up.
Service, Mike.
Hey, Mike, listen, I got a really dumb question, and I apologize for even asking, but I was fixing to bring my bike. I was fixing to bring my bike in there to get it worked on because I heard a bunch of good things about you people. And then I was on a forum last night talking to the guy that works at the I-81 Motorsports Park. And he told me you guys got bought out by some other company just a short while ago and everybody's new.
No.
Well, how long have you guys been Mountain Motorsports Greenville? As far as I know, it's always been that, hasn't it?
Motorsports, not always, but Mountain Motors bought this place in 2015. I've been here for the last 4 years, and Mountain Motorsports also just bought the Honda dealership in the street.
Gotcha. Okay, well, thanks for clearing that up. I mean, this guy had me all freaked out that there was like all new people there and everything. It's the guy that works down there at the I-81 Motorsports Park. You might want to tell him to quit talking bad about you. Because
that's interesting. That's interesting information.
Yeah, no kidding. No, this was on the internet.
Here, he's been since 2015. Oh, he's on the internet.
Yeah, he's on the internet talking bad about you guys, saying everybody got fired, everybody's new. The place ought to be sold and all this crap. I'm like, oh my God, man. But anyway, I really appreciate you clearing that up. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, thank you, man. So, NuCuck, if people were looking for bullshit on the internet the last couple days, they'd skip right past me and AD because the only thing they'd find on our channel would be facts. And they would land on your channel where you're still trying to cover for this guy's fucking horrendous bullshit of claiming he owns what some other relative owns. Doesn't work that way, dude. I, me, we, they. Oh, it's a good morning. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel great. Okay, so what we have learned since the creation of the fairy tale channel known as the Rusty Truck Photograph, ran by a big, huge, massive coward that has been trying to avenge the ridiculous, stupid shit as Dopey Kid did, setting on live streams with a celebrity, as that celebrity used his social media influence as a sledgehammer to beat up on female war veteran, a school-age girl, and grieving parents, and an up-and-coming artist. I mean, it's just, it's one of those things that's, society says you don't do that, right? No celebrity should turn to all the people that look up to them and use their social media influence as a celebrity to bully and slander people who have no way of fighting back against 3 million crazed fans, right? And my crime was to make a video saying, man, what are you guys doing? You're going to get sued. No celebrity is going to get away with slandering a bunch of people. They're surely going to get sued for that. And the Rusty Truck Fairy Tale channel was created. And the idea was that if they could slander me somehow, then that would make everything Upchurch did okay, and everything his Dopey Kid did right along with him okay. And so they set out to do that a year ago. And in their desperation, the craziness that we have seen come from this fairy tale channel has just been remarkable. I've never seen adult men sit around and pretend reality isn't real. It's like you could hold up something, if I could hold up something blue, and those adults over there would have a 4-hour debate that what I was holding wasn't blue, simply because I said it was blue. While they were actually holding it themselves and you could clearly see that it was blue, they would still tell you that it wasn't. Now, as we've seen with the recent nasty habitual liar saga, right? It went from I own to some people I'm related to own. Now, let me ask you something, NuCuck. On what day do I own anything that my dad owns or my brother owns or my uncle owns or my cousin owns? Now, do you really think anybody outside of your little circle jerk buys any of that shit? You know, life loser, over-invested in me for a year now because you have no life, you have nothing. You really think somebody outside of your circle jerk still defending the horse shit Ryan Upchurch did and still slandering the people he slandered. This is the kind of comments you see on Rusty Truck and NuCuck's channel. Here you go. It's been a year. We know the child died in an auto accident. And I want you to see this comment. Now, NuCuck would like you to believe that there is no difference in saying I own or someone you might be related to owns. So I can sit here and say I have, let me see, how many siblings do I go? I own 7 homes. I own a collision center, body shop. I own a frame and unibody repair shop. I own a horse ranch. I own a carpenter shop. I own a transmission shop that's been open since 1934. Isn't that how we own? Isn't that how we works in NuCuck world? If someone you might be related to has something, it's yours. Because let's not forget, NuCuck, everybody heard Nasty Habits claim that stuff was his. You can't say, this is mine. You might be able to get like a high school kid, NuCuck, say we, if their dad goes and buys a new mower. A high school kid could be talking to his friend and say, we got a new mower. That could maybe be acceptable. But when you're a grown adult and married with kids, I don't think you can say we got a new car if your dad goes and buys a new car. I don't think you can say we own a print shop if your great uncle buys a print shop. I don't think you can say we own a motorcycle dealership if your great great uncle 2 times removed through marriage owns a dealership that you ain't even allowed to be in. Yeah, he's not allowed in there. That's why he can't go there and make a video. He's not allowed in the place. The things we learn by just acting dumb and making stupid phone calls, right? And so through this slander campaign, we've learned that car stereos can blow out 40 windshields. We've learned that some knucklehead can be the world champion bassist from a strip mall somewhere where 5 guys showed up to see who had the loudest bass. World, not like local, not regional, not world. And then we learned that a person can own 4 nightclubs that rack in 30 grand a night in profits each. We have learned that cancer, colon cancer, can rot your teeth. We have learned that if somebody you know owns something, you can say we own it. Do you realize how absurd that is, NuCuck? To now, you're still defending this fucking idiot simply because he trash-mouthed me for a minute. And you're literally arguing that he was telling the truth when he said, we own stuff other people own. I don't own anything my brother owns. It's not we, it's his, right? Isn't that how that works? So you look like a jerk, NuCuck, trying to defend that shit. And in the process of that, they, Wade Deaver, another one with no life, spends days on Facebook, finds an ex from 25 years ago that's still bitter and hadn't gotten over getting dumped by the best looking guy that ever paid her any attention. And I have more than once gave her the opportunity to just get my name out of her mouth, right? I even when she first went on his podcast drunk, slobbering drunk, literally slobbering drunk, snot running out her nose. Couldn't even form a sentence. I still didn't go there. I didn't stoop to that level. And, but I find out that NuCuck's got a channel where they slander me every night, and she's over there having a good old time all this time for a year now. Totally unhealthy for her to even be thinking about me, right? So I've gave her the opportunity to just move on. Get over me. Get over me. Okay? I'm not ever coming back. And so now I don't care anymore. And so you guys are going to see a series of videos showing what a horrendous individual this person is. And that's for another video. But I just wanted to remind everybody of where we're at today. Okay, through the Rusty Truck Photo Fairy Tale channel, where car stereos blow 40 windshields and world champion 2-time over car stereo braggadocious nonsense lives, where people can own nightclubs that just rake in 30 grand a night. That's, you know, in case you don't know how to do math, that's $120,000 a night in pure profit. Where colon cancer can give you cavities and plaque. And now we learned that if you're 40 years old and your dad buys a car, you can say, we got a new car today. NuCuck. He said he owned it. He doesn't own it. His people he's related to own it. So it's not we, it's them. They own it. Not we. Not I. And here's his comment where he claimed he owned Mountain Motorsports. Stop it, NuCuck. There's no backpedaling from this. You look like a fool. So, for those of you that have been around since the beginning, I appreciate your support. And, yeah, I'm going to, little Miss Cheryl Conan is going to find out what it's like when someone does to her what she does to others, right? And you guys are going to be shocked at what a piece of shit her entire family is. I'm not talking just her, but her whole fucking family. So stay tuned. NuCuck, you look like an idiot defending that shit. We don't own anything. His relatives own some stuff, maybe. That doesn't mean he owns it. I can't claim to own my uncle's transmission shop. That's not we have a transmission shop. That's he has a transmission shop. Right, NuCuck? Isn't that the way it works? So this transmission shop's been in my family since 1943. My great uncle and my uncle. And great uncle, actually, because it was my grandfather's brother. So is that mine? Can I say we own that? Of course not, NuCuck. You know that. Stop trying to defend this idiot's bullshit. Nobody outside of your little circle jerk of low IQ idiots is ever going to buy it. And you got people in your comments still claiming Zanime paddled over the body. That's how fucking stupid your listeners are. And you look like a fool. I suggest you get off that fat ass of yours and try to get yourself some kind of life going. And forget about me for a while. The shit Ryan Upchurch did is never going to be okay. It's never going to be okay. It's going to be wrong. And no amount of slandering me is going to change it. Get a life, buddy. And Cheryl Conan, I gave you the opportunity to get my name out your fucking mouth. Didn't I? So I don't want to hear any victim shit. When I talked about my past, I never mentioned a name, a place, a location. I just said I was married to a person, divorced this person. Never meant, no one would have known who the hell you were. That was me telling my story that I have a right to tell. Drunk. And you're the one that ousted yourself. And I don't know if you've listened to yourself on that fucking podcast where you couldn't even form a sentence, crying and snotting over me like I left there yesterday when it was 25 goddamn years ago. But it's pathetic as hell. And so now, since you didn't take my advice, and I want to show everybody, here are the comments from my ex on NuCuck's channel after I gave her fair warning that if she didn't get my name out of her mouth, I was going to do the same to her. So I don't want to hear any victim shit, how I bullied her. She came and stuck her nose in my business 25 years after I left her ass. And I hope you and NuCuck hook up. You guys could slap fat rolls. And, you know, she could get on top of you and bounce once, and then the fat rolls would just sit there and do the pumping for you for 30 seconds. And then she could hop again and do it. And let me tell you, that thing stinks.